Okay, so what I have here on the left-hand side is the tentative, I'm going to say it again, the tentative syllabus. And it contains most of the information that we are going to cover throughout the semester. Things are going to change, especially as I get to know each of you in the class. I like to cater my courses towards your needs. So we will probably more than likely not follow this syllabus to a T. On the right-hand side, I have the Blackboard as it is populated with information that you can currently see. So right now I have up the syllabus. I have a research question development outline, textbook, PDF version of the textbook is up there. I have an assignments page, and I have your week 1 module that is up. First and foremost, I received a lot of emails on this. This is a virtual classroom. We will be conducting everything virtually. It is the only way that I can teach the course due to my schedule. We will have a combination of both synchronous and asynchronous meetings. The first few weeks are going to just be synchronous, where I'm going to be giving you videos such as this. I will be giving you lectures such as this. And then as we get further into the semester, we will meet synchronously via Zoom and sit face-to-face with each other. Here is my office hours. I'm in my office on Wednesday and Friday from 11 to 12 on both days. I'm also there on Monday from 11 to 12. And I usually stay on campus until 1. So if you need any sort of assistance past these hours, I stay on campus a little later, but we could also have Zoom if you would like to meet via Zoom. I am also on the west side. I do research in the Department of Endocrinology, so I am over there occasionally as well. So just let me know when you need to meet and how you would like to meet, and we will make that happen. Really quickly, we are doing this virtually. And for the first few weeks, right now on the syllabus, I put the first 2 weeks, we are going to meet asynchronously. I will upload videos and you guys will watch them. And then I will give you assignments and you'll respond to those assignments. And I think by week 3 or 4, we can meet live via Zoom and we can interact on Zoom. So right now I have the first 2 weeks set to be just asynchronous. That gets very confusing. And after that, we will begin to meet synchronously. Now, when we do meet in person, it will generally be on Thursdays. So you can see that here. So we will meet from 2 to 3:15 p.m. and that will be on Zoom. And let's go into the course description. So just basically, briefly, I'm not going to read all of this verbatim because you guys are probably getting overwhelmed with the amount of syllabi that you're receiving, and reading all of this is just diabolical. So essentially what I was informed is that for many of you, this is your first research methods course, and we're going to approach it like it's your first research methods course. So we are going to read papers, we are going to read literature that covers a wide span of different types of research methods. We are going to evaluate papers together, and we are going to conduct this sort of evaluation in a lit circle format. So what I would like to do is do my best to group you with either 1 or 2 other partners in the class and ask you to basically tell me your interests in research so I can get you grouped with other people that share those same interests. And that way, when we conduct lit circles, we could have 2 or 3 of you presenting so we can do a deeper and more critical dive into the research. That way, one person's not feeling overwhelmed with all the reading and all the responsibility. And when we do some lit circle stuff, I would like you to make some slides. I would like you to present the group with the nuts and bolts of the papers that you are reading. And demonstrate the methodology and things of that nature. And don't fret, I have some paperwork that will ask you to present certain things during the lit circle. I will get that paperwork uploaded for you. It'll probably be right here somewhere. And it will give you a template of what you need to present during that lit circle. And again, I would like to do that in groups just to kind of reduce some of the workload on your end and give you guys a chance to get a bit more critical with that paper. So that is what we're doing here. We will look at some statistics. We will look at different methods. We will look at different research methodology. We will look at different techniques. But for the most part, I'm going to give you the power to choose what is of interest to you, especially if you're working in a lab currently with a mentor. It will help you much more if you're reading papers that you're already doing research on, because it'll expand your knowledge on that material. Let's move to the next section here. And the course objectives. I'm not going to read all this to you because you can read it all on your own. We are going to be teaching you how to, let's look at number 2, effectively locate, understand, and evaluate information from published literature. We are doing this with the end goal to be for our students to write a short lit review. And this process is very tedious and it's very time consuming and it's very frustrating. But that's why I said I think it's kind of nice that I'm teaching you this course, because I am in the midst of it and I can help streamline that process for you. We will have a librarian coming in from the Applied Health Sciences Library that will assist us with how we can start looking for information that we are interested in. That will be very valuable for each of you. I'm working on that now, so hopefully I will have her in next week, but we need to make sure her schedule is okay with that time frame. We are going to teach you guys how to understand and critique the quality of research. You will read some papers that are phenomenal and some papers that you just don't know how they got published. And we will discuss some of those things as a group in class. You will demonstrate the skills necessary to present and lead critical discussions on research information. That is very important, and that is why we are going to do things in a lit circle fashion, so that you have to read, you have to comprehend, you have to digest the information, and then you will have to prepare a small set of slides on that information and present it to us. And we will basically hear what you're presenting and either agree with you or challenge you. This is part of the process of becoming a high-level scientist, is you have to have the ability to say what you mean what you say, and then stand on your own 2 feet when somebody criticizes what you said. It's part of the process. It's part of the learning curve. Communicate coherently and work within groups to discuss ideas and debate ideas. You will be doing that via Lit Circle, and evaluate peers' performances in groups. So a lot of this is going to be us all standing up and speaking and critiquing how we speak and how well we understand the information that we're presenting. So now let's move to the course expectations. Because this course is virtual, you need to regularly check Blackboard, because that is how I will be communicating through with most of you throughout the entirety of this semester. I have this little red note here again, just beating a dead horse, just saying that, of course, this syllabus is probably going to change. Please review weekly announcements on Blackboard. Just kind of repeated that. Reading assignments. So there will be required reading and there will be recommended reading. Most of the recommended readings comes from the textbook. Here that is. If we go to our Blackboard, if we go to textbook, we hit that. Here is a copy of our textbook. And again, it is a PDF version. And most of what I am going to speak about during our lectures are going to be housed. That information is going to be housed within the beautiful binding of this PDF book. So you can have access to that. If there's something I might say that you don't understand or you need more clarification on, by all means, open up this PDF and enjoy reading the material. Let's see what else here. Most of the assignments that I'm going to have you do are going to have to be completed and submitted to Blackboard. There are going to be a lot of videos that you have to make for me. I still have to figure out that Dropbox process here at UIC. I did a lot of Dropbox stuff at University of California, but we used Canvas, which is a much newer version of Blackboard. Blackboard is very old and it's not a really powerful tool like Canvas is. So I have to go back and kind of figure out where that where those folders will go. I will take care of that. You don't need to worry about it. You just need to have the material done on the due dates. You will also complete city training. I don't know if you have done so or not. If you have already completed your city training and you are currently doing research in a lab, I will get that information from you. You can email me and we will figure that out. But, city training is going to talk about the ethics of research, doing human research, a little bit of the history about doing human research, and just making sure that you understand the do's and the don'ts associated with human clinical trials. Some of my first few lectures will be based on the city training concept, not necessarily talking about the city training itself, but we will go over some of the ethics and some of the history associated with research. We have to cover that because city training covers that, and we just have to make sure that we overlap and align with what their expectations are. So you will also participate in a literature review project. We will have group meetings if needed, which we will have because we are going to be meeting virtually on Thursdays. I just kind of told you about the required readings and the recommended readings. The textbook is the recommended. The required readings are going to be action items that I identify as required. So, for example, let me kind of close this out here. Let me go back. If we look at week 1, let me click it. I will have the lectures in here right now. It is not populated just because I am still creating those lectures. On Thursday, when I upload your video, the PDF or the PowerPoint of that lecture will be in here. I will update that. If we come down to Module 1 reading, we're in week 1, so we're talking about Module 1. There is a library guide that you are expected to read. So if I click that, it is there, it is populated. Just kind of look over this and understand what are some of the pieces and the components of it. So I had asked the previous instructor how much they would like you to read of this. And they said they would just like you to have an understanding of what this is. So if you can look through it and just kind of understand what the library guide is informing us of, and we can find information in the future as we move forward and use this guide to help us with our research questions. There is also recommended reading, which is Chapter 1, Chapter 14, and Chapter 2. And I put the link in here because I'm just a super nice person and I want to make your lives much easier. So this will be in the module. It will tell you exactly what your reading assignments are. And if you look here, I also put what assignment is due in our first module. So I'm going to do a lot of overlapping in this class because it's virtual and things just slip through the cracks when we do virtuals. So if I come over here and I look at assignments and I click it, you will see that exact same assignment. So here it is here. And I also put it inside of your week 1 module. Just want to make sure that we are overlapping and hitting the mark on everything we need to do, right? So that is the required and recommended reading. The late assignment policy, here is that information. I'm not thinking that we're going to get many late assignments in this class because you are all higher level students. This is a 500 level class. I have very high expectations and I expect my students to adhere to those high expectations. If there are any late issues, I will reach out to you directly and we will figure out why things are late and action will be taken then. But I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway. And the reason I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway is because since I am taking this teaching assignment on such short notice, I hope you are going to give me some leeway if I make mistakes. So, I will have that mutual respect like that. And I just hope that we can all kind of get along and understand the complexities of our schedules and work with each other to make sure that we are putting out high level work and we're not habitually handing in late assignments. So let's move on to the next section. And I'm going to skip through some of this. So I already kind of said what that is. Here's that reading material, but don't need to go over that. This is a snapshot of everything that I am expecting us to do to earn points. So we are going to have exams. The exams are going to be in your presentation format. I did put some exams in the course syllabus, and we're going to have about 2 to 3 of those. And those exams are going to be presentations of where you are on your lit review journey. So it might be just a short presentation saying, hey, here's where I started. Here's where I'm at. Here's some of the pitfalls that I've avoided. Here's some of the complications that I found. We're going to work that into the schedule, and I'm going to give you points for demonstrating how much ground you've covered, not only in just the reading and the writing, but I want you to present that to us. Because when you present it, you have to use a different part of your brain than when you actually read something. And it kind of makes the information a bit more solidified. So we will talk about that. I will give you plenty of notice of when we're going to do these exams, presentations. And I think we might do these presentations via video. So you don't have to stand up in front of the class and present. You will have to send me the video of your presentation and I will grade it. And it's just kind of a way of me a way that I can better understand the research that you are looking at for your lit review. And I can help you with that process as you present information to me. I also have something called ARNS sheets, which I call article review note sheets. And every time we read an article, I would like one of these sheets filled out. And basically, it's just a template. I'm still working on it for your class. I will upload that in a little bit. It will be here. And it's basically asking you to extract the information that you think is important from the literature that you're reviewing. So if you're reading literature for your lit review, or if you're reading literature for your lit circle or for your exam, this sheet is going to help you pull out the most essential pieces of what you're reading and put it down on a separate sheet, which is basically going to say, hey, here is the most important elements. If Dr. Blackburn asked me to present, I have it here. If he asked me to talk about it in lit circle, I have it here. If he asked me to talk about it in an exam, I can do it because he already gave me the sheet to extract the work, and I will get that to you. And I will also give you points for it. So we'll have about 5 to 8 of those, plus or minus, and you'll get 25 points apiece. We do have discussion boards that were on the syllabus. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them or not. That's something I'm debating with myself because I think discussion boards I don't necessarily think they're very useful, but I'm still on the fence about that, and just hold tight while I figure out if I want to do that or if I want to give you something that is going to be a bit more challenging. If we have any grad students in here, we might have you guys do a different assignment, but before we determine that, I would like to meet with you and kind of see where you are on your research journey. I just put it on there just to kind of give you a heads up if we decide to do that. Most importantly, we are going to have lit review projects. There will be 2 of them. There will be 100 points apiece, and that's where you're going to get some of those big points from. And this just might be a typo. And again, just be patient with me because I'm still figuring all of this out. So this is just kind of a snapshot of where I think we're going to go in this virtual format. And as I get to know you and I see what projects you want to do for your lit review, some of these things may go, some of these things may stick. I'm not really sure just yet. So just hold tight on that. And I don't give extra credit. So please just knock it out of the park when I assign it. Discussion board points, I'm not sure we're going to do that. This is an explanation of the article review sheet. It's basically just asking you to extract information and get some points and get the hard work done before you have to present, before you have to do any sort of presentation on what you're reading. So you can look into that a little bit more. This is on the city training certificates. And again, I don't know if you guys have city training or not. There's a part here that says, what do I do if I'm completing city training for the first time? And there's also stuff that says, what if I've already done city training? I am still communicating with the Department of Nutrition to figure out exactly what they would like done for the city training. Once I have that meeting, I will get back to you and let you know exactly what they need. Verbal presentations, I already talked to you guys about this. And I told you that if there are some graduate students in here, we might have some additional projects. I just don't know yet. I have to meet you. I have to see where you are on this journey. This is all tentative. Okay. And then this is talking about the Lit Review project. Don't really need to go into that at the moment, simply because you know it's coming, and I will break this down for you and dissect this into pieces so that you're not overwhelmed with this giant project, and we will work on this together. As of now, I have this course schedule kind of mapped out. I'm telling you what the dates are, what we're doing, what should be in the module, what the readings are, and the due dates of what is coming down the pipe. And I'm also saying if we're meeting synchronously or asynchronously. So you can see that the first week is an asynchronous week. Second week is an asynchronous week. Tuesday on the third week, we will meet I will have another asynchronous lesson. And then Thursday, we will meet in person. So you can kind of follow this. Now, I am going to do my best to match each week with your Blackboard. And this is going to just help kind of keep things in line for me as well, because I'm on this journey in real time with you guys. So you can look through this and just kind of see what we're talking about. But just keep in mind that on Blackboard, I will put a week and exactly what we're doing. And you can see here that this week matches exactly what is going on in here. So that is the gist of the syllabus. Now, let me just kind of go through Blackboard for a moment and show you what is coming down the pipe this week. So let's go through this section by section and just make sure you understand what is expected of week one. Okay, so let's just quickly go through week one so that you understand how these modules will work. Do not worry about anything else that is in the syllabus right now. Only focus on this course on a week-to-week basis, because I am writing the material on a week-to-week basis. So let's just go through this module. Again, here it is. When you click it, this is what you should see. On Thursday, I will have your lectures populated. I'm still working on those slides now. I will get those into the box for you on Thursday so that when you watch my video that I upload on Thursday, I will also put that link in here. You will have the slides. In here, I also have another copy of that research question development outline paper that is here for your use. We don't really need that now, but it is in there just in case you want to peruse it. I already told you about the readings. We have a library guide that if you click it, it is there. I will talk more about this on Thursday when I give you guys my first lecture. It will be in there. We'll talk about it then. And then I already told you what the recommended reading is. There's the link for the textbook. Here's the recommended reading if you want to do that. Also for week one, you have an assignment due that is on 9/3/24. And essentially what this is doing is asking you to make a 5 to 10 minute video for me introducing yourselves. So tell me what your current activities are at the university. Tell me what classes you're taking. If you're doing any type of research or small projects within a research group, or if you belong to a certain lab, tell me what that lab is. Tell me what your academic and professional goals are. What do you want to do after you're done with UIC? Where do you want to go? And lastly, make sure you tell me what your research interests are so that I can better match you with another person that might have same research interests for the Lit Review circles. So don't get super specific about it. For example, if you are interested in cancer and you are looking at how the MAP kinase pathway accelerates cancer growth and tumor genesis, and malignancy, don't go down that type of rabbit hole. Just say, hey, I'm really interested in cancer, or I'm interested in exercise and nutrition, or I'm interested in protein turnover with chemotherapy. Like, keep it a bit more broad so that I can do my best to match you with somebody with the same interests. Now, if you do not know what you want to say, I put a little template down there for you. So here is a welcome to the course. Please follow this template and introduce yourself. So you can look at this template and just make a short little video. Now, again, I am trying my best to figure out this Dropbox issue. I will put the Dropbox in this week 1 module so that on the 3rd, you can submit that. If I cannot figure out the Dropbox piece on Blackboard, I will create a Dropbox for this course and I will send you the link so that you can just put the video in there. Please make sure that this video is in by 9/3, no later than 11:59 p.m. I will put all that information with the Dropbox link. And yeah, I look forward to see what you guys provide for your videos. So that is all I have right now. Again, I appreciate your patience during this very confusing first 2 weeks. I wish you guys the best of luck your first week. I hope you get through it with much fervor, and I will be in touch very, very soon. You guys have a great week, and we'll talk soon.